Hey guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. Appreciate y'all being here, really do. Just let you know that there was a lot of stuff in this video that I recorded, and a lot of it was I got rid of. I just trashed it. It was talking about showing me unboxing the yoke, looking at it and look at the paperwork, comparing it, and all this kind of mess. And I figured by the end of this mess, I don't think y'all wanted to see that because I was trying to figure this mess out, and I really don't like trying to figure something out that I ain't had nothing to do with in a long time, and it just makes, I don't know. I didn't want to make this video drag on, and I don't know how I'm going to edit this thing, because a lot of the stuff is the other thing I was going to tell you, that because I reoriented a bunch of my workbench, how I was doing things, the flow was okay, but the camera was really not in the best position. Now, there's a lot of pictures of me running my mouth here, and I don't know how I'm going to integrate that to get rid of me in this here to see what's going on. So all in all, I might just make this an abridged one and just show you the highlights of what was going on and less of me talking. I know I'm talking right now, but I'm just kind of letting you know what's going on here. Anyway, enjoy the video. Shaky cam, get over it. Don't know how to do this without doing this. Anyway, CRT is in place, chassis is in place, all the tubes are back in it. The 1X2B is back in the where it belongs. I got the yoke installed, got the ion trap on there, needs to be adjusted. Here is the Aquadag ground, goes over here, it grounds to the chassis. Alright, yoke's connected, CRT's connected, tubes are in like I said. Let's see, got the power cord plugged in to the dim bulb tester, which is going to be hard to see, but it's back here, and I can peek in right back here and see it. Plugged into my isolation transformer right here, which is output is set to 0. So, what I like about this, I can just about turn it all the way around. See what I'm doing. I like that. So let's just plug the damn thing in and give it a little power and see what happens. Alright, that's a little better. Now I can get over here where I need to be. You guys can see the flame when it comes out. So set's on, speakers connected, second anode's connected, yoke's connected, picture tube's connected. All the tubes are in, as far as I know. Let's go. Let's go with it. Power supply is on. I'm measuring on the 175 watt scale, so here we go. Right now we have an output of about 60 volts. Dim bulb tester is on. It is lighting somewhat. I'm drawing probably, about how many watts there? Yeah, you've seen this thing so long. We're probably drawing about 25, 30, 35 watts. The output voltage, we'll raise it up a little bit more. Let's just raise it up here. About 80 volts. See if we got any filaments. I don't see no filaments. See if it turns off. Turns off. We're only dropping from about 85 volts off to about 80 volts on. So nothing yet. I don't know what the B plus is doing. I guess I ought to measure that, huh? So let's measure the B plus. I'm gonna put that on my. Well, there's some gung-ho son of a guns around here. I don't know if y'all can hear that big old loud fire-breathing damn motorcycle that they decide they got to have. Anyway, let's see. B plus can be measured. I don't remember where. Let's see. Let's put this in. I don't know if it's this side. Yeah, I got something there. Yep, that side right there. 150 volt scale. Our B plus is running about 45 volts. We'll fix it where my meter, I don't have to hold his hand. We'll put this on the rectifier here and try not to get across it. Now I can monitor. We're almost at 50 volts. So right now we're at the output of about 60 volts, and we got 50 volts B+. And we're drawing about 100, I'm sorry, about 25, about 30, 25, 30, about 35 watts. Bringing it up a little bit more. We're about 90 volts AC input. And drawing what, about 35, close to 40 watts. We've got about 55 watts, I'm sorry, 55 volts of B+. No indication of anything yet. See if we got any B+. No drive, nothing going on there, so the dim bulb is quite bright. We're running about 100 volts now into it. We got about 55 volts DC on the B+ rail. Don't hear any activity on the speaker. I see just a little bit of lights on the damper tube. So something's going on. See if I got anything. We'll see no sparky on the horizontal output. So let's keep going. We're going to run it up to full line voltage. And we're only drawing about 50 watts. Our B+ is about a little shy of 60 volts. Dim bulb is not quite dim there. It's drawing. The filament circuit. B+ fell slowly, which means that's not really a load. I have B+ and it fell slowly. So let's just bypass dim bulb, shall we? Bringing it back up again. Turn it on. I'm going to run about 50 volts right now, and we're running about 50 watts already. Our B+ is already at 62 volts. Guess I'm recording. Hope so. I'll do this again. Nothing on the speaker. Let's keep going. I don't see no smoke yet. We're going to run up to about 60 volts. Which brought us up to a little over 50 volts, B+. I'm sorry, watts. Our B+ is about 70 volts. About halfway there on the B+. Don't think we're going to have any horizontal yet. Doesn't appear to be. So let's keep going. Let's bring it up to about 80 volts. Now 80 volts, we should see some tubes starting to conduct. We should see the power draw go up. And it's almost 75 watts. I do hear something in the speaker. See a little bit of horizontal output. There's something going on in the high voltage. Don't smell no smoke yet. Whew. picture control. We're about 73, 74, around 75 volts B plus. We're at 80. Let's go up to 90. Our wattage is now about 85 watts. I think we got vertical deflection with that, or yeah, that's vertical deflection you hear. See if we got any high voltage yet. Yeah, I see a little bit of a high voltage trace coming from the flyback. So we do have something. About 85 volts B plus. Bring in the B plus up to, I'm sorry, the AC up to 100. Now the BC, we are drawing at 175 watts. We're drawing 75, 80, 85 watts right now. I don't see a picture yet. Don't have much clue about. I'm drawing about a little over 3/32 of an inch arc from the flyback. Kill the lights. If I see any picture, anything at all. I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything red plating. I don't smell no smoke. So let's keep going, shall we? Nothing major yet. It's going up to 110 volts AC. Wonder what our got a little something going on. Let's get the high voltage probe out. We'll turn the set off momentarily to see if we get any kind of dot on the screen. Didn't see anything. But let me see if I can measure some high voltage. Wish me luck, right? Two, 4, 6. Showing about 6 kilovolt there. Can't really get to it there. Let's see what I can get right here. I got about 6 kilovolts of high voltage. No telling what the horizontal frequency is. Our B plus is a little over 100 volts. We're almost there on the B plus. Let's just, I think I have it at full line voltage. No, I have it at 110. Let's go up a little bit more. Alright, so at 175 watts, we're drawing about 110 watts of power. Our B plus is at about 111. I don't have a clue how much, what our horizontal output frequency is. I really want to just reach in here. Yeah, I know. I want to be a chicken, right? There's some stuff that look like it'd reach out and grab you. I don't see any red plating. So I may not have. I don't see no red plating that I can tell. All these controls are kind of wumpy. Of course, I don't know what half of them controls are doing. So I don't know what my horizontal frequency is. I do have CRT as lighting. I have a trace. I can see something on my oscilloscope here. Let's bring that amplitude down. Let's see if I can. I do have a signal. If you can see it or not. See if I can determine what frequency that is. So we're just going to go to cursors, by 1 second, and then we'll move our delay. Showing about 8.45 kilohertz. So that horizontal is not running quite efficient. Let me get an alignment tool. Don't know much about this old TV, these old type TVs. I don't know what that does, but the horizontal seems to be our frequency. Oh my God! That thing is stuck. So the horizontal running about 8.45. It is low. It's running about 10 kilohertz low. Now I can see it plain as day on the scope. I can almost hear it. I can hear it ringing. So we're low on our horizontal frequency. So I need to figure out why. Still don't have a picture. Anyway, let me show you what the scope's doing. Now I'm on the grid of the horizontal output tube, and we have about 10 kilohertz. So it seems to be pretty fixated on 10 kilohertz. Let's see if I can tune damn little can-domed in the way. Alright, we're going to recalibrate here. We're almost there. We're almost at 14 something. very close. I'm trying to look for about 17.5, which should be about in there. That's around 17 kilohertz. So our B plus should have went up. We'll remeasure it now. Make sure to ground on the right spot there. Widen you out. And I'm going to use the old, who makes this thing? Pomona. Don't look at me, look at the set. So anyway, measure it one more time. Still got about 10 kilovolts. Alright, another segment, I think, or whatever, but I was working on this little Westinghouse the other day, and I kept trying to get 17 kilohertz out of, you know, normal horizontal deflection frequency, and I couldn't get it. It was way off. And so I got it up here around that, but I still had low high voltage. And then I got to reading the schematic of all things, and for some reason or other, it's I never noticed this before, but horizontal output frequency is 7875, if I remember right. So I done tuned this thing way wrong. So I made a lot of dumb recordings and stuff. So I'm going to try to crank this thing back up and see if I can get it tuned back to 78, 75 or whatever it's supposed to be. I use a freak counter on it again and see if I can get that back right. And I may be wrong about the high voltage. I thought it was around 10 or 11 kilovolts. I'm only getting about between 6 and 8. So I'm going to recheck all that. So let me get all this stuff dialed back up. I'm wondering, ion trap, such as it is. Uh-oh. So we have a raster. Look at there. Unbelievable. We have a raster. Need to do some centering on the yoke. There you go. Wow. That's pretty bright. Hey, we got something going on here. A lot of progress compared to what we did have. That's good bright. Good and bright. That is way good. That's a lot better than what we've been having. Let's see if we can get some resemblance of video on here. We'll go back over to the tuner and we're going to ground and isolate it direct. See, got something. Find a vertical hole on this thing. See if we can get it to sync. Vertical hole, linearity, vertical hole, center control. It's sinking into something. Don't know what. Go back up here. Oh, we almost got a crosshatch. Would you look at that? I'm really surprised. The sink ain't very good, but we got something. It's a start. Clip this jumper. Popped really bad. I can almost see it interlacing around me. Oh, look at there, y'all. Look at there. We got a crosshatch on this old girl. Jeez. Look at that, y'all. That is amazing. I forgot which one the brightness is. That is amazing. That's amazing. And hooked right on the output of the tuner, and I'm feeding it with my good old trusty what the hell is that thing anyway? My little Syncor VA62A. Couldn't think of the name of it. Been a real cool little device, and somebody gave me that thing. I just had to clean the controls in it and everything to get it working. But hey, look. We are farther along than we thought we were. I think the B plus is fine because as I turn the brightness, it doesn't bloom that I can see. Blooms a little bit. So I got to figure out what's up with the sound. I think the horizontal is tuned. I think I'm good with that. But as you see, the sound is just got a buzz in it. See if I can get some sound out of this bad boy. Remember how to do this. Been a long time since I messed with this thing. Oh, here we go. Changing the audio. I don't hear any audio. But I don't remember. Color bars. Got a little issue right there. I think that should be a crosshair, which it is, so that tells me horizontal ain't quite right. Yeah, that horizontal's off. Not sure what's up with that. Play with the horizontal pole. but it's sinking right there. But if it goes out of sync, you see it on the screen, so I'm trying to figure out why that's not where it should be, unless this thing is off frequency. And what I mean by that is, could be it's just not quite the right one. I don't think this is the right one, but let's see here what we got going on here. So, whatever it is coming from the audio output tube. I can hear the vertical going nuts. Don't know about the picture. I don't have my mirror up. Let me look. Yeah, we have a raster, which is good. Thing ain't had a raster in what, 70 years? So, right here, audio output stage. Turn the volume all the way down and it's still there, which tells me it's between the volume control and the speaker. So, I suspect power supply. So, you know, it's possible shorted output transformer. Well, let's check the audio output circuit. I don't know what y'all want to watch first, but let's find the audio output. Audio output's in here. I hear it. You can wiggle the tube right here. Tube is a 12C5, which is a 12-volt version of the 50C5, I would think. So let me find it again. Let's see, clockwise right there. It's going to be this tube here. So let's see, pin, let's see. Pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 7-pin tube. 7. I'm going to use my ohmmeter here. I mean my B&K 77 model 77 VTM. So let's look at pin 1 of that tube, because that's going to tell me the cathode current of that tube. And let's see what the meter says on the 15-volt scale. We got a little less than 5 volts. It's showing 5 volts here to be the norm. So let's go back over to the 150-volt scale, measure pin 7 of this tube. So that's a 7-pin tube, so that should be there. Our B plus right there is exactly 100 volts. And it's showing 95. Let's see, so let's go to the screen grid, which is pin 6. And we'll measure pin 6, and we actually have a little, let's see, 102, 4, 6, 8, 100, well, about 110, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 110 volts on there, and it's showing 110. So everything's right there. So I guess let's turn on ye old oscilloscope. See what the oscilloscope says. I got to work on that oscilloscope one day. I don't know how I can get all of you guys in the thing at the same time, but let's see. Let's get that out of. I'll put it in auto. Wow, that's a big old trace, isn't it? Let's see. Let me focus it. Guess y'all can see that. Well, let's look at the power supply. I got to remember where the B minus rail is. So let me get my, I think that's it right there. Let's see, let's measure right there, there. I think that's the B minus rail. Oh yeah, they gave me a place to measure. Shoot, I've been doing it the hard way. Okay, well, in that case, let's see what else we can blow up. So, let's see. Let's look on pin 7 of the C5, which is right here. Let's see what we got. That is what? 0.5 for division. Let's see how many volts peak to peak that is. So it's about 1.5 volts. Let me see. It's 15 volts, isn't it? Times 10. Alright, so what we on now? We on 2 volts per division, and I'm on times 1. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 12 volts right there of ripple. Get on 6, see what it's got. 6 has got quite a bit. If you want to measure it, we'll go with the voltmeter and do peak to peak. Nope, let's see, lost it. That shows we're doing about 15 times 10, no, about 15 volts peak to peak. Look at pin 1. Yeah, instance like this right here, I'm just trying to figure out. Pin 1 has a little bit of that too. It almost acts like a the output transformer shorted. That's what it acts like. I didn't say it was, but it's what it acts like. So let's go from 7 to, it's a 390 ohm 2 watt, which I remember we changed that. Right there, right, the little bastard right there. That's the capacitor for it right there, so let's see. So we have 111 on that side, and what we got on this side? We have 125 on that side. Forgot what size capacitors we have. Sure, you know, I changed all these capacitors. I call myself changing them. So I should have 135 on this side. We got about a little shy of, let me bring that up. Bring it up to 130, and we've got about 112 on that side, so that's just about right. What if that tube is just, we need to find that audio output and measure the audio output here, and I think that's it right here. So see, that's 112 right there, 112 right there. If I'm measuring this right. I think I am, because there's a 0047 that I put in there. And where'd he go? It's going to be across the transformer. So that's it right there. There's basically no voltage drop across that transformer. So let me measure it. Actually shows about 10 volts across it. I'm wondering if it's the tube. Or is it the capacitor not grounded properly? Let's see. Oh, I see the problem already. See it already. I found it. Let me get y'all out of this cradle. I know what's wrong. Instant fix. You remember I told you that this part right here, this is the top part. This part right here, that part right there was the that was B minus. This is the electrical ground, electronic ground, or B minus of the whole power supply and everything. And remember, this floated. I want to show you something. I just realized it. I put a right there. Where the hell are you? Right here. This is where I got the capacitor grounded. Right there. Guess where that goes? It goes to this point right here, which is not supposed to be grounded. This is not an AC ground or DC ground. That's an AC. So this capacitor is just sitting there floating basically. So I got to change that. I got to run this to ground, and that'll fix my hum and my audio output part. No problem. See, I told you it was a simple fix. It was my mistake. My bad. Hey guys. All right, I got that fixed, I believe. Mess up on my part, but the capacitor was grounded right here, which right here, which was actually connected to this floating chassis here. And no wonder I was getting so much ripple just a few minutes ago. Anyway, what I did is I found a test point right here. Let's see if I can get you in there a little bit. I found a tie point right here. That is a master bus, a master ground bus, I'll call it. It's got, besides the one I just put on there, it's got 3 or 4 blacks on there. So I had an old black wire that I pulled off the yoke. So I ran it, just widen you up a little bit. So what I ran it from here, I moved this capacitor over a little bit. I pulled it off this leg, which is the floating ground, and moved it over to an empty slot here next to it. Hooked the black wire for the ground there, run the black wire up through here, and tied it to this tie point up here. So that problem should be fixed now. So let's try it. Power up. See what we get this time. Grand and wiggle, so we're going to check that B plus point again. Got about 112 there, about 130 there, so very good. Now I can turn the volume control up and I hear some hum. Turn it down, nothing. So quiet as a mouse. So now we're back to where we were. Looking for, where's our audio from the IF? So to do that, I got to look at the screen. And to look at the screen, got my trusty old service mirror out. I hadn't used that thing since I was working on that Dumont over there. But now we can continue on with this little fiasco. We have to hook up. Oh, it's unstable, isn't it? Let's turn that down. That ain't doing us any good. So what I wonder what to do now. Wondering if I just want to slug it a little bit. Let's try the quietening control. That's here. Let's turn the volume back up. We'll put that on something better. Somewhat decent. Not sure about these tubes in IF. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Just moving the tubes around. Made a hell of a difference. Wow. It's that first tube. That third video IF. I don't know if the socket's got a loose problem or it's dirty or the tube itself is. Well, let's work on that and let me come back. Put a little deox on there because I didn't really see anything else. I know you can't see it. That's one disadvantage of having this TV turn like this. You guys, it makes it hard for you to see what the hell I'm doing. But I'm going to put a little bit of deox in here. Best I can. Make a big mess, but that's alright. I didn't see anything on the tube socket connections on the bottom that indicated something was up. So we're just going to rotate this around. That ought to do it. Don't have any canned air, dang it. Put the shield back on. See what happens. Whoop. So yeah, I'm going to put the shield on. There we go. Alright, let's see what happens. We're going to turn the set back on. Let's see what happens. Just wiggle that tube around. Oh yeah, it's solid. That one's solid. Might need to do that in there a little bit. Look how solid them lines are now. That's pretty good. Vertical's still kind of crappy. But that is really good. Very linear across the horizontal. A little wider over here than it is there, but I'm not too worried about that. Who cares, right? It ain't like it's supposed to be an oscilloscope or something. So I need to clean all the other controls on here. Somehow or another, if I can get to them. May have to wind up taking them out, but definitely the controls are a little bit dirty. A lot of audio out on this. Oh, I can't help just hiccuping. So let's try playing with the adjustments. There's the vertical lean right here. Still squashed on the top. Vertical hole is in the middle. Quieting is down here. I don't want that one. Vertical height. Go back to the vertical lean. Sometimes, if I remember right, you see it's not centered. I don't think the yoke is quite centered right yet. So let's play with that a little bit. Let me look at the other side there. I can still see the side over there. And then you turn y'all around. Let's turn y'all around a little bit. I see the whole thing. So let's see if we can get it centered now. Can y'all see? Let me look. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, so let's bring up the we'll bring up the land just a little bit. Ah shit, I messed with the wrong control. Almost there. See how it likes to respond? You gotta kind of, sometimes old things, you just gotta, look at there. I got full deflection, relatively spaced evenly. Look at that. Wow, and the yoke's almost straight. Isn't that something? See if the sound still works. Play with the whiting control again. That looks real good, y'all. Some of that y'all might be able to see with the scan going on right there, but that is really good for this old set. That is good. Wow, you think this is a stopping point for this video? I do. Turn that down. Let's see, let's try dots. Color bars? Oh man, no color. What's up? You got to get that horizontal. Yeah, I'm going to have to clean the horizontal hold control. And that'll fix a lot of the other problems. But that's pretty good resolution for this old set. So let's go back. Yeah, the horizontal hold's a little bit weird. Doesn't want to sync properly. Yeah, that looks real good. So how about we just stop this video here? I think that's a pretty damn good achievement for this old TV. And then I'm going to decide what to do about that B+. Let me widen that up a little bit. So I'm going to decide what to do about the B+ situation with the rectifier. I'll play with it a little bit on and off camera. Really hate that I didn't show y'all more technical stuff. And I'm talking too much. I know y'all hate me. But we made a big improvement. We got this set working more than I thought I was going to today. So I don't know if the yoke is still backward wired. I won't know till I get a picture. Unless I can figure out a way to put video in the test equipment. Think about that. Anyway, we'll worry about that later. It's not hard to reverse that yoke. I just have to do a little internal surgery on the yokes. So anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, subscribe, and comments if they're nice. If they're not, I'll be naughty back to you, maybe. Anyway, bye y'all. Thanks for watching.